Financial Survival Network, helping you to survive and thrive in the new economy. Get our complimentary newsletter at financialsurvivalnetwork.com. This is the Financial Survival Network.
Financial Survival Network is presented to you by Regal Assets. Buy and sell physical gold and silver through your existing retirement plan, 100% tax-free with Regal Assets. If you want to include physical gold or silver in your existing IRA or old 401k, request your free investment kit, which was recently featured in the Forbes and Smart Money Wall Street Journal magazines. Call toll-free 855-678-6620, 855-678-6620, or visit regalassets.com. We've been telling you for months, some of us even for years, your rights are under attack. The government is coming after you, and you better get ready. No, we're not talking about armed insurrection. We're talking about being prepared, how you're going to legally match wits with the government and win, and it can be done. Chris Duane is with us now from don't-tread-on.me. One of his contributors last week locked up by the FBI, the Secret Service, and local county sheriff's deputies. Fortunately, Brandon Raub has been released, but Chris has got a lot of thoughts about it because it really struck close to home. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Good, Kerry. How are you?
All right. So that was a shocker to you. Didn't you feel like almost you were the victim of an armed robbery or something that you would?
No. I mean, it definitely hit close to home, but it certainly did not affect me as much as it did Brandon.
Oh, sure,
but yeah, I mean, it definitely. I've been trying to keep a low profile, and July 1st, I closed down my membership site. I've been stopped producing videos. And I've been telling people, I said that it's coming to a time where the anger phase of humanity is coming, and people need to get their act together. And I've been, quietly trying to lower my image on the internet and really get my house in order for what I see coming. Because everything that I keep talking about keeps happening. And, this thing with Brandon's, right along the same line. So yeah, Brandon was arrested. It was, bullshit charges. But the more I look into this, the more I think that it's this testing the waters to see what the reaction is going to be. And I said to my subscribers when the NDAA was passed, and all these encroaching laws and this big brother government and all this, the weapons and ammos buying, they want to make guys like me and you and Brandon into this new Al-Qaeda thing. And I keep saying over and over again, the problem that they're going to have, they can pass all the laws that they want, build all the camps and buy all the ammo. The problem is when that line is crossed, how do they cross the line into turning our outside world dominating global, government, super secret, awesome army into turning, average guys like me and you and Brandon and all these people that are following us into the new Al-Qaeda. Yeah. And that's the problem that they're going to have, and that it's not going to work at all. It's very simple. It's very simple to make. It's very simple to take brown people who don't speak your language, who have a different religion, and dehumanize them after. I mean, you look at how we've treated Muslims just in our media. It's no wonder we're all ready to go off to war in Iraq and Afghanistan. And yeah, we'll overlook the lies that they've been telling us to get us involved in there. But we got 10 years of wars based on lies. And our military men, I think we got like 500,000 of them that have been overseas and activated. I'm one of them. Brandon's, one of them. We're all coming back, and we're all starting to wake up to this reality that we put our lives on the line for a lie. Okay. And now they want to turn us into the bad guys. Not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, the outpouring, I mean, it was all over the internet. I mean, I don't read mainstream papers any longer, and I don't go to their websites, so I can't really attest to their coverage if there was any. But
because this happened, I think, on a Thursday, and the first mainstream article I saw was Monday.
Well, they're right on top of things as always, right? So that's what you come to expect from the lamestream media. But now Brandon's been released, so the system is functioning to some extent right now, the checks and balances, right?
I hope he sues them, because I think that's I said, and I did a couple of videos on YouTube, and I took it from a little bit of a different angle. I didn't concern myself as much with the arrest as a lot of other people did. I really looked more at the bigger picture of how where Brandon was. I did this 5 stages of awakening and kind of examined his post, when he first contacted me, and then his Facebook posts were diametrically opposed to the articles he had written for me. I try to frame it as, because there is going to be a lot more good that comes out of this arrest that he had. And I hope that the interview I listened with Adam Kokesh, very odd interview. Brandon pretty much gave like 1, 2, 3 word answers to pretty much everything Adam said. But I was happy to see that the tone that he had on the Facebook was the proper tone, I feel, of people need to educate themselves. People need to become aware of what's going on. They need to start understanding their rights. They need to start, walking away from the system type mentality. So I hope to talk to Brandon one day. I don't know when or where he's going to be released. I've had, odd emails between his mom and some girl who posted the actual video. My YouTube channel, one of my videos was taken down for bullying, and there was a strike against my YouTube channel. And as you know, you get 3 of them, and they'll take.
You're out.
As soon as I got that first one, I took down all my Brandon interviews, or all my videos on Brandon. And then the girl who posted the actual video of him being arrested, she contacted me and said that she was notified that there was copyright infringement put against my video of her copied, because it was a iPhone video. It was upside down or sideways, so I fixed it. And I had already taken my video down, but she says, I didn't put that copyright claim against you. I don't know who did. Really? So very interesting, those 2 things right away. It's like, boom, here's a channel that's got 4 million views in less than a year. And I got a strike against me for bullying Brandon, supposedly, and then a copyright claim. So I pulled down all my videos, and I challenged the bullying video to have them overlook it. And the one line I wrote in there, I said, people are very upset about how Facebook is now a part of this state. And I hope that YouTube does the right thing and allows me to voice my opinion on what I think is going on with Brandon in this very historic case. And they wrote right back to me within probably about a half hour, saying that they reviewed the video, they've removed the strike against my YouTube channel, and they've allowed it to be played since then. Wow. So
you're the first one I ever heard who actually got a strike taken off his YouTube channel. Usually they're the ultimate arbiter, and there's nothing you can do about it. But hey,
still look at it.
Yeah, but important thing, Brandon's getting out, and his ordeal, or at least the major part of it, is over. And now moving on, because you are the Silver Shield, momentous occasion today in that silver broke through $30 an ounce. I'm tired of cute analogies. It resoundingly broke it, and it's at 30.5 or so now. You're a little skeptical. I think we all should be, because it's just like the elitist bankers to come slam both metals down. But it appears to me the complexion, the tenor of the markets has completely changed over the past 2 to 3 weeks, and I've been commenting on writing on it as well, and I've gotten things like, you don't know what you're talking about, they're going to squeeze it, they're going to control it, and the fact is that this is like the London gold pool of the 60s. It's coming to an end.
So I wrote, I think 2 or 3 days ago, the first day that it started to move up significantly, I said that we're almost there, and I said that the $30.61 price target was the target of where not only does it get above the 200-day moving average, but there's this huge triangle that's been forming since.
Oh, that bullish wedge, pennant, some people call it. Yeah.
Very noticeable.
Oh, it's huge. It's been like a year.
Yeah. And 15 months now. And I've been working under this theory for probably the last, I don't know, half a year, 6, 7, 8 months, that this was going to end. Pretty much at the beginning of the year, I said that by October, at the very latest, we're going to get out of this wedge, and it's all bets are off the table. So I've been talking about how one of my very first predictions I made as a blogger, I said at some point you will not be able to
get it. Yeah, you can't get it.
Yeah, not at all. And that's where we're heading into. This isn't going to be the resumption of, the nice silver bull where it's going to go up and down and up and down. At some point, the physical market is going to break away from the paper market, so much so that we won't even bother looking at the tickers anymore because it won't resemble the reality that's on the ground, either in your coin store or online. The best videos I did was the 11 mentality shifts of silver investors, talking about how when this happens, everything changes in the market all over the place. It's not just, stackers like me and you. It's wholesalers. It's
stackers.
It's the momentum monkeys. It's everybody's going to go, game off. I don't want any paper dollars, and I got to get as much silver and gold as I can because that's it. That's the only thing that's going to preserve your wealth into this next paradigm.
And
so as much as I've been pounding the table about buying silver, I'm telling people now, this is the time that you better be stocking up on food. This is the time that you better be stocking up on your gear, getting your preparations going, because this launch of silver is going to give us a couple days, a couple weeks advance notice before the rest of the economic system of the world comes crashing down. Currencies are going to fall, trade is going to fall, and war is going to break out. This is not something where we're going to go, hey, we break 50 with silver, and then all of a sudden it's going to be happy days are here again. No, this is going to portend to the exact same thing that Bear Stearns portended back in 2008. The position got ahead of them. They got over leveraged and started this chain reaction from Bear Stearns with their silver short position all the way until October, where the financial crisis happened. The government came in and saved all the institutions. Now this is a sovereign institutional fiat debt-based monetary Ponzi scheme that's all on trial here. And this is it, folks. Like, you got to get your acts together, get your gear together, get your mind together, get your mindset. Doing everything that I keep preaching about. I've been stacking silver as much as I can, but at some point, it's not about silver. It's about making sure you got that final bit of food and ammo and guns and stuff to ride out a storm.
Absolutely. It's funny. Little anecdote. I got a coupon from eBay, saved 10% on any purchase up to $100. So I said, what should I do with it? So I look on there, I find silver, guys selling it for about, I don't know, a dollar premium or so, which is really low. It's got some 10-ounce bars. So I bought some 10-ounce bars at 29 and change an ounce with the $20 shipping. And today it's already in the black, so can't beat that. But you're right. Pretty soon, nobody's going to remember the monetary cartel. They're not going to remember how the banks suppressed the price of metals. All of that will be but a distant memory, and that's where we're going to leave off. So, Chris, don't-tread-on.me. Is Brandon still going to be a contributor there?
He stopped doing it right around November, just before he got really active as this Facebook. And it's he started in October, posted 5 articles. November, headed up the Richmond Liberty thing, and then there was a big difference right around December. Just looking through his Facebooks, where it got a lot more, less about the Constitution and our rights and freedom, and more into this depression stage where I think that he was in. And until I talk to him and determine what it is, but. I hope he does. He has an opportunity of making a big name. But I hope that he follows through with this whole educating yourself, as opposed to trying to rile up the troops. Some, fight, this, aggressive action against an aggressive force. You have to be the opposite of consciousness.
No, like, you have to use the Beatles exception when they wrote the song Revolution. And then they specifically had that one passage in it, we're not talking about destruction. When you're talking about destruction, you can count me out, because you can't win that war anyway. This is a war of ideas, not a war of arms and force. And the force only comes in if you have to defend yourself, not aggression. It's not going to work. It's giving them what they want.
Point I want people to do, because like everybody on YouTube, not everybody, a good group of people on YouTube were like, oh, you're a wish, you're a wimp. What are they going to do? No, listen, I'm a Marine. I was brought up in this, aggressive, narcissistic, psychopathic environment. I know what violence does. I get that. It's there for defense. It's this talk about going out and go killing people. And one of the comments I said is, we have to go take the fight to them. And, what would our founding fathers do? I asked him, I said, who do you kill? Who's the first guy you go kill? I said, would you have killed Brandon 3 years ago when he was an indoctrinated Marine fighting off 2 wars, keeping this alive? No, what would that do? I said, what about your local police officer who's probably just doing it to make a living? I know the cops that I know, they're fully with me, but they're doing it to make a living, a pension, their way of. I said, how about the unindoctrinated congressman? I was just down at Capitol Hill. These guys have no clue about what's going on in the world. How would killing them do anything? How about Jamie Dimon? How about Ben Bernanke? These guys are paycheck players. You have to change the consciousness of people. And I said, unless you change the minds of people, another bad guy will come into place. And all they're going to do is feed into, now that there is a white Al-Qaeda and that there is bad guys out there. And I'm glad that as bad as I don't think Brandon should have been picked up, I'm glad that he was picked up as opposed to fooled into some sort of violent action.
Yeah.
That get all these Muslim kids. They get all these disenchanted, depressed, pissed off kids, who are upset at the United States is fighting against, all these Muslim nations. And they go, oh, yeah, we're with you, but let's go do some violence. And I'm not saying Brandon would have done it. I think he's a smart kid. But that's what we need to look forward to as a movement. Yeah. Keep us away from this push towards violence, because chances are it's some FBI agent that's behind it.
Absolutely. And the solution is not found at the level of the problem. The solution is rising to another level where the problem doesn't exist. Anyway, Chris, to hear this interview as well as the dozens of others Chris and I have done over the months and years it's getting to, financialsurvivalnetwork.com. And we will talk to you again shortly, Chris. You be well.
All right, take care.
Take it easy.